Hey, Facebook family, how are you? Happy Tuesday. Hope you guys are enjoying your very hot, scorching day. It is as hot as Hades out there. You know the word Hades? Hades means hell. It's hot as hell. It's a high of 32 degrees today, 32 degrees Celsius. Can you believe that? Scorching. Okay, folks, very quickly, I'd like to talk to you about perception. And I'd like to use as an example, back in 1984, January the 27th to be exact. Some of you are old enough to remember this incident. Michael Jackson was shooting a Pepsi Cola commercial along with his brothers in Los Angeles at the Shrine Auditorium. And on his sixth take of the commercial, his hair caught fire. His scalp was burnt. He was taken to the hospital. He was treated for second-degree burns. He was treated at a place called the Bortman Burn Center. Michael later on, after he was discharged, he settled the case out of court with Pepsi. Pepsi Cola paid Michael Jackson $1.5 million. Michael got that money, turned around, he gave it to the Bortman Burn Center. And the Bortman Burn Center renamed the burn center after Michael. They called it the Michael Jackson Burn Center, okay? Now, when they invited Michael to officiate at the renaming of the center, when Michael got there, he found a piece of technology that treated burn victims, okay? It looked like a glass coffin. You could sit in it, you know, and it treated people who had been burnt. So Michael decides to get into this glass coffin. You know, he's hammering around, he lays down, and he wants to feel what it's like to sit in this chamber, okay? Well, the press took photographs of him laying in this glass coffin, and there was this lie that was attached to the picture. The lie was that Michael Jackson had invented a machine that could reverse the aging process, and that Michael wanted to live forever, he wanted to be young forever. That picture and that narrative spread all across the world, and it was like that story grew legs. It was everywhere. Everybody thought and felt that Michael was trying to live forever, to be young. Well, come to find out many years later that wasn't the case. You know, Michael, and he never responded to it. When this rumor was at its apex, it was at its peak, he never uttered a word of protest. He never stood up to say, no, that's incorrect information. He kept quiet. And because he kept quiet, the whole world thought that story was true. Many of us learned the true story when Michael was being interviewed by Oprah Winfrey, where he himself said, no, that's not what happened. I did not create a machine, a hyperbolic chamber, to reverse the aging process. I was sitting in a machine that was being used to treat burnt victims. But somebody, a member of the press, took a picture of me, and then they attached this lie that went all over the world. And they created this fallacy that I was trying to live forever. What's the moral of the story? If you allow people to describe you and to cast a narrative over your head and you don't say anything, guess what? They'll believe it. They'll believe that lie. So if and when you can, when someone utters a falsity about you, stand up, speak up, say that's not true. Now, if something is true, that's between you and God, and it's you know, you need to work that out and get help for that. But if it's not true, if something is not true, if something is not noble, if it's not correct, if it's not accurate, stand up, speak up. Now, I know some of you are going to sit there and say, well, you can't respond to everything. True, that's true. But respond to what you can respond to, and you'll be fine.